Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedrat Tazria-Metzora, a double portion. With hard-to-perceive relevance, this week's Sedra can be challenging. Most of the Torah portion discusses a physical affliction called tsaras. Often confused with leprosy, tsaras was a lightening of patches of the skin, the walls of one's home, or the furniture of a house. A physical condition brought on by metaphysical causes, God spent considerable time explaining the laws and process to healing the ailment in this week's Torah portion. While tsaras no longer afflicts us today, we can learn important and timely lessons from the details of its laws. One of the intricate laws of tsaras that teaches us an important lesson is the case of recurring tsaras in a house. We learned in this week's Sedra, I'm going to quote the pasuk, if tsaras is suspected, the Kohen shall look at the lesion. If the lesion of the walls of the house consists of a dark green or dark red sunken-looking stains, appearing as if deeper than the wall, then the Kohen shall go out of the house to the entrance of the house, and he shall quarantine the house for 7 days. Then the Kohen shall return on the 7th day and look at the house. If the lesion is spread in the walls of the house, the Kohen shall order that they remove the stones upon which the lesion is found. He shall scrape out the house from the inside, all around. They shall take other stones and bring them instead of those stones, and he shall take other mortar, dust, and plaster the house. If the lesion returns and erupts in the house, after you have removed the stones, and after the house had been scraped around, and after it had been plastered, the Kohen shall come and look at it. If the lesion in the house is spread, it is malignant tsaras in the house. The Ramban explained why the recurring tsaras isn't considered a new manifestation of tsaras, but rather is a reoccurrence of the first manifestation. The Ramban wrote, we judge this manifestation as returning and erupting, and it is not judged as a different affliction that has developed anew. This is the connotation of the words in the pasuk, erupts in the house, implying that if the affliction anywhere throughout the entire house, such is its rule. The reason is that the evil spirit has shown that it will not leave the house. Now here's where it gets good. The Ramban stated that the tsaras reoccurs because of an evil spirit which caused the tsaras remained in the house. Evil spirit? What is the Ramban talking about? Maimonides wrote that tsaras is not a natural occurrence. Instead, it is a sign and wonder prevalent among the Jewish people to warn them against lashon hara, forbidding gossip. When a person speaks lashon hara, the walls of his house change color. If he repents, the house will be purified. If, however, he persists in his wickedness until the house is destroyed, and eventually his skin undergoes changes and he develops tsaras. This causes him to be isolated, for it to be made known that he must remain alone, so that he will not be involved in the talk of the wicked, which is folly and what we call lashon hara. The evil spirit that the Ramban refers to in his explanation of the laws of recurring tsaras is the sin of lashon hara, forbidding gossip, that Maimonides wrote about. The evil spirit isn't some metaphysical being or a demon or such. Rather, it is simply sin. The spirit that causes us to sin is our own habitual sinning. To rid the evil spirit requires people to decide to stop sinning, and that keeps the tsaras away. It seems like a totally irrelevant topic, but what we find this week is that sometimes if we just dig a little deeper, we find the relevancy. Shabbat Shalom.